Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded video where today we're going to be talking about what the best base that you can build when you first start the game is. Now this base is going to take a little bit of time for you to get because you're going to need an axe and you're going to need a shovel in order to make it, and it's going to require you to do the story. But I wanted to show you guys that right off the bat, here I am, no gear, just starting the story, and I'm going to build from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up and I'm going to show you guys what you're going to need to grab first. So first thing you're going to need to grab is a couple plant fibers because you're going to need an axe. So you grab your plant fibers, you grab your pebblets, and you grab your sprigs. Alright. So you're going to need one plant fiber, 2 sprigs, and 2 pebblets, I believe, is what you're going to need for your axe. I played this game enough, I should have that memorized by now, but I don't play the beginning enough, apparently. But all these items are right here in the beginning for you to grab. Go ahead, come in here, research the sprig, research the stone, and research the plant fiber. See, because once you do, Pete, be quiet. Once you do the pebblet, you will get the axe. Then you want to do the plant fiber here to make sure that you have the woven plant fiber. And then you do the sprig just to have the sprig done as well. Pete, you need to stop talking, my friend. All right. Once all of that's done, you're going to want to make your axe. Now, you should have everything in your inventory to make yourself your axe now. As long as you picked up 3 plant fiber, then you come over here. Woven axe is 3 sprigs. I apologize. You're going to need a 3rd sprig. Good thing there's a 3rd one right here. All right. Grab that guy. Go ahead and make yourself your pebblet axe because you're going to need it. Punch this guy for fun because it's fun. All right. So now that you're over here, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to grab some grass and you're going to need to grab some clovers, okay? So pull out your axe and take out a piece of grass. All right. And you could carry 5 right now. Now, if you want to be able to carry more, you guys could get the ant armor, or you guys could go and make the ant smoothie. That will allow it so you can carry more. But right off the bat, that's not needed because we're building a very, very early starter base. You're going to need to go back and you're going to need to analyze these grass chunks and also the clovers. All right. Got to wait for that to recharge. We got 8 hours before that recharges. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop one here. Okay, just so we have that over there. And then I'm going to go start myself a little pile. Now, you don't need to build stockpiles right away, but I would suggest having a little pile of these sitting aside. That way you can build quickly once you have all of your gear. Starting right over here on the side of the mystery machine is pretty good. Where I would suggest you build your starter base is right over on top or right near this or on top of the baseball. Those are 2 good places where there's not going to be a whole lot of bugs that are going to come to get you, especially on top of the baseball. It's going to be harder for the ants to come and steal things from you. But over here, this is close to where like all the story stuff right in the beginning of the game is. So it's kind of up to you on where you want to build, but those are 2 good places. I'm going to build on top of the baseball today because I feel like that's just the best move for me. But whatever you guys want to do is what you want to do. I would just suggest those 2 places. All right, I'm going to grab some more clovers here, and then we're going to work on going and getting our shovel. But the only problem is in order to get your shovel, you're going to need acorns, which means you're going to need to go closer to the oak tree. So I grabbed myself a couple clover leaves. Until they're analyzed, you won't be able to get the roofs. But let's run over here now, and we're gonna grab our acorn piece. We're gonna try to make our shovel because you need the shovel in order to get clay, because clay foundations are super important to having a good stable start to your base. Okay guys, here we are over at the oak tree. Now what you're going to say to me is, Sim, don't you need a hammer in order to break these? And yes, most of the time you do need a hammer to break these guys, the acorn shells. But sometimes you can find broken pieces of the acorn shell right there. Now what that did is it already unlocked my acorn shovel for me. There it is. You only need 1 acorn shell, so all I need is 1 woven fiber, which I can make, and then now I have my acorn shovel. Okay. Once you have your acorn shovel, you're pretty much set up. Those are the 2 tools you're going to need for this base build. That's it. Nothing else is needed. So let's run over and let's go check out and get some clay now. Be gone, grub. Okay, guys, so where I am now is just a little tiny little piece of water that's slightly away from the mysterious machine towards the Raj pond, but it's just this little lake that's right here, right by this laser. Okay, this is a great place that's safe. The only thing you got to worry about is that orb weaver right there, but you could kind of dodge and weave him and sneak over and get that clay that's right there. Okay, this keeps you from having to run all the way over to the Rash Pond, but this is a little bit more dangerous because the fact that there's going to be multiple orb weavers, maybe some ants over here that might want to get you. So I would suggest maybe running over to the Rash Pond, but I'm a little brave, so I'm going to go ahead and get this clay that's right here. Now, be warned, when you do make noise in this game, things do tend to come to investigate what you're doing. But you'll get 6 pieces of clay from this guy, and that's enough to make your first foundation. But you are going to need, let's say it's 4 per, so you're going to need 16 pieces of clay. So you're going to need at least 3 deposits of clay in order to get all of the clay that you need for your build. So this place has 2. You could start with this, but I'm only going to show you guys a very basic build. Run away from the spiders because they're evil and they must be punished. Run! Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ow, 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 ow. Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone. Go attack an ant or something. I didn't do anything to you. Be gone. Here, come over here and attack this ladybug. Attack the ladybug, not me. Why are you still after me? There, okay, I think I shook him. Alright, back to getting clay. Okay, guys, back at the Mr. Machine. Now, alls I have done is Mysterious Machine, alls that I have done is I have gotten my clay, I have gotten a couple more little things like a couple sprigs, the clover leaves, and a couple more plant fiber because I know you're going to need a lot of plant fiber for this build. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my wonderful little stem that I had over here, and I'm going to go analyze my grass plank and my clover. Those are going to be the last 2 things you're going to need to analyze in order to do this build. Okay, so here we go. Let's run up over here. Grab this grass plank, come back to the analyzer, and go ahead and analyze that guy. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you your triangle grass wall, your regular grass, your other triangle grass wall. One goes this way, one goes this way. Your workbench and your grass table. And then go ahead and research your clover leaf as well. Now, this last one that you want to research is kind of up to you. What I would suggest you guys just go ahead and do and get sap out of the way right away, because sap is also useful for many other things in the game, including getting yourself some light. All right, running back over here now that we have everything that we need to build, you can press B to open up your build menu. You're going to need grass walls, your grass door. Okay, you're going to need some clay, and you're going to need your standard roofing pieces. Okay, once you have all of those, you're going to want to do out a little bit of blueprinting. Okay, now the nice thing about blueprinting is once you put down blueprints, you get yourself a nice little chopping list that will tell you what you need to go harvest in order to finish your build. So we're going to run over to the baseball now, which is right over here, and then once we're there, I will talk to you guys a little bit more about blueprinting. Okay, guys, so here we are at the baseball. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about the baseball and why I chose this location. First off, it's because it's up high. Okay, it's up high, so you don't have to worry about things being stolen from you. 2, it's got sap growing there. 3, it has these water droplets that appear kind of often around here because there's lots of grass. And 4, it's a main location that's easy to remember and easy to find again, so that way you don't lose your base before you put down a base marker. Okay, so let's put down the blueprint here. You press B to open up the build menu, and you just start going through and putting down the blueprint. Now, what I suggest you do is just build a simple 4x4 or 2x2 is what it looks like. Okay. Once that's down, all right, you're gonna want to look at where the stick comes up. Okay, so imagine this is where you're going to be entering your house every time, and you are going to have to jump unless you build a clay ramp, but you don't need to do that. This is a very basic base, okay? Let's put down some walls. You're going to need at least 4. You're going to need a bunch of grass walls here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, if you were lucky, you can get the one that has the windows, but that's only if you go talk to Burgle first, because you're going to need the reinforced ones in order to do that. So there we go. There's 5, and then the last thing is going to be the grass door. So we're going to put that guy in right here. All right, and then once you're inside of here, grab your roof pieces. Now, you're going to need just 4 roof corners for this because it's super duper easy. Okay, we're going for the least amount of resources needed, but the most protection that you're gonna get. Okay, there you go. And then the last thing that I like to do is, if you can get them, there's going to be grass flooring pieces that you can also get from Burgle that will allow you to put down some corners up here, but you don't really need that to start. Now, like I told you guys before, when you press B, you have a chopping list that's right over here now. So this is going to tell you everything you're going to need in order to finish your build. Okay? Once you start building, just keep on going. Once you have everything that you need, I don't have everything yet, but I've just got everything that I have so far. Like I said, it's important to start getting all your resources built up first, okay? I can get my woven fiber right here. Just make that up for my door. Put that guy on. Oop, I needed a second one. So you go back and make a second one. That's why it's so important to keep grabbing things as you go. Now you'll notice that these require weed stems. Okay, weed stems are easy to get. You get 6 at a time. And the base that I built you right now is we're going to require 5, not 6, because 1 is required for the door. Now, all you have to do is come out of your base and look around. Okay, the dandelions are always going to be taller than the grass. So there's a dandelion right there. All right. Run over here, grab a quick slurp real quick, and then get over here and harvest up this dandelion. Now, you'll notice I just jumped off the base and took quite the amount of damage. I would suggest you avoid jumping off of your base in the beginning because you're going to be damaged. You're not going to have a lot of food. You're not going to have a lot of water when you first start. And I will tell you guys, so far, I have played this game for a little under 10 minutes, and I'm already almost done with my base. So this is a very, very basic beginner base that you can build, as long as your dandelions don't fall up here and you can't reach them. What's attacking me? A mite is attacking me. That's wonderful. Okay, let me grab these dandelions up here real quick. If Sim could figure out how to jump in the game again. You take 1 day off from the game, 1 day away, and you can't figure out how to jump anymore. There you go. Okay, yes, I'm leaving the 6th stem over there. I just don't need it. But there is another thing that I wanted to show to you guys that I would suggest to help you guys with building in your base as well, and that's how to get a lot of plant fiber at a time. I'm just going to go ahead and put all 4 of these down because I grabbed them, and the one for the door. There we go. Now all we need is just the grass planks, all right? So the other thing I wanted to show you guys is right here. Go ahead and chop down a piece of grass, okay? And it's going to go ahead and fall down, timber, and drop into a whole bunch of grass planks. But there's a bonus right here that a lot of people miss that they don't think about. If you guys need plant fiber, just cut apart the bottom of a grass stem that you already cut down. You get 5 plant fiber right there on average from each one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab up a couple more grass planks, and we're going to get our nice base over here built. And then we're going to talk about what you really want to put on the inside for our basic base as well. Now you're going to notice this isn't going to take much time at all because this is a smaller base, but it is all you need right away in the beginning. You don't need much more than this. Because if you have more than this, the larger the base, the more enemies it's going to attract, the more ants it's going to attract. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start small. Okay guys, so I pretty much have the basics of the inside of the base done. The only thing that's not done yet is the roof, but that's okay. But I want to talk to you guys about another thing that's near this base, which is why I've chosen this location. There's also 2 mushrooms over here that spawn these little mushrooms for food for you every day. Your base is right here. Literally, it's right out your front door. Free food every time. Now I'm going to finish up the walls here, and then I'm going to start putting the stuff on the inside. And then what I'll do is I will finish the base, and I will show you guys why why I've chosen this location, what it's going to look like all at the end. So let's get the stuff on the inside here that you're going to need. You're going to go over to the utilities tab, and you're going to need 3 things to start with. You're going to need a lean-to, which I would suggest you put right by your front door, just in that corner right there. Okay, you're going to need a workbench. All right. There we go, workbench. And then you're going to need 2 storage baskets. Okay, these are very basic in the beginning. I would replace these with the storage chest if you can once you get it, but they are super easy to make. So I would say you're going to need 2 of them, because that way you can store multiple items just at the beginning when you're going out and you're starting all your expeditions, you're starting all your exploring. This is a great way to start. Okay, so let's just go ahead and build out all of these things that I have already, and then we're going to finish up here, and then I will show you guys what the end result's going to end up looking like. Okay guys, now it's super dark, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sleep, but the base is 100% completed, and I would like to show you guys that it has not even been 1 complete day in game. Now it's been 20 hours in game, so on average this is going to take you around 20 minutes to complete full end to end. Okay, so but 20 minutes, not even 1 in-day game, and you have yourself a super survivable shelter where you're going to have storage, where you're going to have a place for your workbench, and you're also going to have a respawn point like I just set right now, so that way you're always going to be respawning where all of your stuff is. Now let's take a look at what's around the base. Like I said, we have our wonderful little bed, our 2 storages that we have here that can hold multiple things, almost an entire inventory's worth of stuff. Okay, and then you have your workbench where you can go on and start working on all of your gear, getting your basic armors ready to go, and then moving on and getting ready. If you want to, I would also suggest working on adding a roasting spit to this, just to give yourself a little something else, or a nice fence, maybe a sconce to help you out as well, or start decorating to your guys' content. But guys, I would love to see all of your guys' base builds. If you guys want to show them to me, please, there's a link down in the description to my Discord channel. Please join there and show off your bases, because at some point in the very near future, I'll be reaching out to all of you guys, taking the top 20 bases that I see and going through and touring them myself on a live stream, promoting your guys' bases. But thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome grounded videos. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one.